You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide. Up next on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, it's the Rashid and Jan Show. Following that, it's the Rashid and Annette Show / Rashid's CyberTube. Beautiful weather is here, and as our shicing season rolls in, let Rashid roll out exquisite entertainment here on RVT, where it's Rashid all the time. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT. RVT want to wish you a very happy shysting season. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT. This RVT Rashid's Video 2 broadcasting is brought to you partly by the Rashid and Jan Show and by delicious refreshing strawberry milk. Drink an explosion of strawberry flavor in every drop. So like Rashid and Jan say, drink up. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. RVT wanna wish you a very happy Shiesting season. Get ready and save on Rashid's RVT Supermarket and half price and savings, where you can save up to 40 to 50% off with coupon. And don't forget to check your circulars for money grabbing savings. Whole chicken tender poultry just $9.99 or less, or tender lamb and steak chops now $7.99 or less at some dealers. Fresh cut watermelon, orange juice, $6.99. Fresh vegetables, so you don't ever have to wonder what's for dinner. Whether it's hot pizza or fruit, specially cut poultry, pork, beef, or chops. Fresh milk, all available for a reasonable price. Chuck shoulder roast, $3.69 a pound. Chunky soup, 2 for $3. Freshness right at your fingertips. And you can now shop online and have your groceries delivered to your door. Dice cut from the grocers to your freezer to the dinner table. Buy one get one free fresh plucked strawberries, or $2.99 a pound rump roast, crispy bacon, and a Rashid R-Man advertiser for boneless beef chuck roast, $2.49. Dazzle your taste buds as you rack up on savings. And don't forget about the RVT reminder of ordering online. Supermarket savings and more are what you're going to get. So get shopping. What's cooking? Hot dog. Just an hot dog. Delicious wiener on a bun. Delicious then, delicious now. A hot dog is high in potassium and rich in vitamin B, 13%, and they taste great. Did you know a hot dog is a sausage? In definition, a hot dog is a fully cooked sausage grilled and served in a bun as a sandwich. Plump and juicy, how can you resist? Not that expensive and promising. Think back to childhood with hot dogs and baked beans, and how the smell got you aroused with mouth water. An American ball game eatery tradition. It's no wonder why the All-American hot dog is still one of the #1 best pastime snacks. Whether pork, beef, or chicken is guaranteed to satisfy. So go out and have a wiener, Look for money-saving coupons in papers and news ads. Look on your social devices. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Rasheed's mattress mouse. And I want to help you guys get a good night's rest. Take a look. My back. Oh. Why should you guys suffer with stiff back, aching joints, and so on from a worn out mattress? There are hundreds of affordable mattress dealers in your area, and all is needed is you. Reliable mattresses that fit your comfort level. Spring design style, chic and firm. Thank you, Rasheed Mattress Mouse. Anytime. An RVT ad is worth two in a home. And speaking of ads, don't forget about this one. And size your bedding up for comfort. A new mattress and a good night's rest awaits you. Just go to www.mattress.com. That's www.mattress.com. Anyway! Your adventure starts here. Luggage from top names over 65% off. Just surf over to www.luggage.com. That's www.luggage.com. Why is delicious hot oatmeal so good for so many families? Oatmeal is rich in protein. A breakfast with delicious oatmeal with milk and sugar for a family of 4 provides as much total protein as 6 average eggs, as much total protein as 18 pieces of toast, and almost as total protein as 18 strips of bacon. That's why your family get that wonderful stick to the ribs feeling with hot oatmeal, that wonderful feeling of well-being, with only 1 minute of actual cooking time. So be sure your family get the protein they need with the delicious hot breakfast of hot oatmeal. Just go over to www.oatmeal.org. That's www.oatmeal.org. Hello, and this is Father Rasheed. And knowing that this is the season for nothing but pure love and giving, I want to wish you a very happy Shaisa. Oh, what a marvelous world it is today. You're watching Rasheed's World on RVT, Rasheed's Video Tube. You sure are, folks! This is my Rasheed house. And in my Rasheed house are colors. In other words, inside my Rasheed world are a variety of vibrant colors. That's what you experience watching RVT. We wear a wide selection of colors also. Even our food is colorful. So don't wonder why there's so many bright colors around RVT. Just give into it. Yeah, RVT, Rasheed's Video Tube. Give in to the taste. Okay. I know how you feel. Life is tough. Life is hard. Life is tough. Life is hard. When you fall down, you gotta get back up. When you fall down, you gotta get back up. You gotta keep getting back up. You can't stay down. You can't stay down on the ground. You can't keep getting back up. I know life is hard. Life is hard. Supermarket.
Man, this Rashid is busy. I gotta do it. You watching RVT. Rashid's video too. Where's Rashid all the time?
You gotta bounce back up. You can't stay down. You can't stay down on the floor. You gotta keep bouncing.
Oh, murder.
Good to the last drop. Okay? Good to the last drop.
Knock it off.
Mommy's taking me to the store. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, mommy. Oh, go downstairs. Gotta get dressed. Go downstairs. Oh, I gotta get dressed. Oh, it's such a beautiful day out here, mommy. It's such a beautiful day. Oh, my goodness, mommy. Look all the things. Oh, mommy. Oh, most of the things you get at the stores, you get really good deals if you got coupons. Oh, mommy, thanks.
Oh, I feel so terrible. What's the matter, guy? Oh, you wouldn't understand. Oh, come on, it can't be all that bad. Okay, if I must, Rashid, I'll tell it to you. I have no sweets this year.
You have no sweets? Well, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. I want something sugary. I want something delicious.
Here's the idea. Try some chocolate bites.
Chocolate bites?
Yup, chocolate bites. Tiny chocolate bits wrapped up. After dinner or evening leisure. They're great.
Chocolate bites.
Hey, guy.
Yeah?
Are you feeling any better?
Long as I get my chocolate bites.
I know. So, guys, when you're out, pick some up. It's great. Put it on this, spread it on that. A little on this and a whole lot of that. Everything's better with butter. Whip it on this, a little on that. Smear it on this and square it on that. Everything's better with butter. Now you can square it up with butter or margarine. Electrify your taste buds with the rich and satisfying taste of butter. Whip it on this, graze it on that. Square it on rice, now that's where is that? Everything's better with butter. Now get to the grocers and square it up. Also in spread style to go easy on bread. We love playing outside, indoor playing too. And when it comes to grapes, it's nothing for you. Grapes are nutritious, delicious too. Mom will be so happy eating healthy too. Plump and big and juicy, bright colors when they are bloomed. But when they go bad now, remember, it's just the start. Grapes. A definite win-win. I'm a child of the 60s and 70s, so I had to do a show about my childhood friends. Me? Wait, Rock. I'm not that guy right there, cause Rashid, that guy right there, he can't read. In the movie he couldn't read. Yo, Rashid, I can read. Okay, Rock. So guys, come visit your friend. Not this one, but this one. Your buddy, the Red Dots. Or these guys. I'ma be there. So be sure to check out Rashid's 70s and more. And that right there belongs to me. Give me the belt, Rashid. Here. Only here on RBT. RBT, Rashid's Video Tube, is proud to announce its affiliation with Disney. Go ahead and wish upon that star and make it true, because Disney is there waiting for you. Wandering till you come across something quite familiar to you. So I think you have the right address. So, come on in, White Dotto, my lovely. Now, isn't Rashid the lucky one? I'm Rashid. Now that the past is in the past, let all my Annettes come to me in one hilarious show, the Rashid and Annette Show. Talking about subjects that's not common today. This show has what you're looking for. I'm talking about serious news gossip here, guys. Guys, y'all will not believe what I came across today. Y'all will not believe this. I gotta show you this. From rescuing fair maidens to sass. I think it's fair to say that this Rashid's world is not like yours. Wanna have a hobby? We got that! Want comics? Got that too! I'm space officer of the... Let me see, I'm space officer of the Rashid Space Patrol.
Good! You're doing good there!
Where the string bean punk at?
Don't worry about the street being punk! Just do your job!
Alright. Yeah, alright. As my Annette follows me around finding out which house I'm in, we get completely outrageous. But then, she finds me.
I guess it was kind of a surprise my coming here all of a sudden, wasn't it?
Not really. I was waiting for you. You always find me.
Why didn't they know about me?
They knew about you. They seen you on the show. They know how much I love you. I told them that on the show.
I don't mean that. Why didn't they know about me before?
And that's a long story. Listen. Do you like butterscotch strawberry cake?
Oh boy, do.
Then it's settled. We eat. And you guys, I know I'll be seeing you on the Rashid and Annette show here on RBT. Only here on RBT. We're gonna hang out and eat some cake. You found me. Yeah, I always tell them about you, you know? You know how we go back. Remember we used to talk about the, I think I forgot.
That must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it must have been. Come on, you're standing too close to the microphone. Come on, let's go eat. Come on.
Oops! Hey!
So I was cruising, surfing, whatever, doing absolutely nothing. Saying nothing either. Then I came across Rashid's RVT. Then I asked, what is this? Who is this? And why is this? Then it made me smile. Not necessarily like the famous Hollywood scenes of Robert De Niro and Apocalypse Now, and not like a train wreck either. Just a different type of entertainment that doesn't focus on the obvious. It's plain Rashid's Video Tube. So stop being afraid.
Gosh, you're watching RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, serving nations on worldwide.
Hello, and this is Father Rashid. And knowing that this is the season for nothing but pure love and giving, I want to wish you a very happy Shaisa. Warehouse moving sale. Have you heard? Rashid R-Man celebrates new warehouse. They're passing huge savings on you. For a very limited time, and I mean limited time, they're offering the Skin Candy 21 and 36 color sets at huge savings. Go to www.warehousemoving.com. Sexy is sexy, but savings is savings. Go to www.warehousemoving.com.
You're watching RVT. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide.
The following program is rated XXR by the Rashid Entertainment RVT Committee, coinciding with the United States, UK, and National Entertainment Community Association. Watch with caution. May contain dry speech and adult situations.
And now, enjoy the show.
Welcome to RVT, guys. This is RVT Rashid's video tube in conjunction with JC, Rashid's Music Jukebox Center. I'm Rashid R-Man, coming online on social media, Google+, YouTube, and other social media platforms, and Instagram. How you guys doing? I wanted to come on and spend some time with you. This time I'm going to talk about something. It's pretty quite interesting. I wish I had fun with it. I want to put us on RVT, you know, so we can have something to watch. Y'all should get a kick out of this. Y'all should really get a kick out of this. Because it's controversial. What I want to talk about is controversial. But first, I found this in the news. I want you guys to look at this shit. Look at this right here. What's that? Raqas? Escaped victims forced to live in toxic oil refinery with gasoline-laced water and no sewer system. See, it's that nasty shit. See that nasty, disgusting shit like that? See, this is why everybody giving me, I got a bad reputation, because they think I'm one of these motherfuckers right here. And see, this the shit that's pissing me off. Won't y'all take the time and clean this fucking shit like that the fuck up, dude? I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, it just pisses me off that y'all got time to act stupid and shit. Talk about who's #1 race. And y'all can't even clean shit up. Won't y'all do something about this disgusting ass tripe? Y'all some nasty motherfuckers. Just take it off the screen. Nasty ass motherfuckers. Take it off. Take it off. I'm sorry, but y'all, that's the way I feel about y'all. Y'all, I'm a cult leader. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying, you guys, man, y'all got all this mouth and shit like you tough. And y'all nasty. You fucking disgusting motherfucker.
inside today's Colts. Tomorrow at 6.
Is saved by a giant caveman. And so begins the friendship and adventures of Dino Boy and Bug the Caveman.
Who the number one race? You got shit like that. Who the number one fucking race?
Take the light of my life, fire of my life, my sin, my soul, Lolita, the tip of the tongue taking a trip of 3 steps down the palate to tap it 3 on the teeth, Lolita.
Chased the poor president of the United States right back to his casino shit. Left his family, Irika Trump. Left their fashion, or left they wearing this and wearing that. Left theirs right in the fucking White House. He runs right back to his fucking casino bullshit. Abby Trump looked beautiful today in her dress, and he left all that. He didn't give a fuck about president. He didn't give a fuck about nothing. He ran right back to his fucking. Chased the man right back to his fucking Las Vegas bullshit. Think about him saying, Iowa, I'm gonna build a wall. Next thing this motherfucker running out his private jet and shit. Stupid that. Fuck. She ain't funny. Gonna build a wall. And they got pictures of him running down the steps of the private jet by himself. No guards, no nothing. He left every goddamn fucking thing right in the White House. Everything. Fuck that. Did all President Dibs off. Shit. All that shit off. Every motherfucker for themselves, dude. I can feel that. Fuck that Iowa bullshit. Time to break camp. I figure I come on to talk about something important that I think we want to talk about. All dibs are off. All dibs are off on that president shit. Fuck that. White supremacy, they ripping up white people's shit, destroying all white culture. That motherfucker running down the steps. He fuck all that Ira Trump wearing this on that news, clever news bullshit. Fuck all, he left all that fucking shit. They doing all that laffy taffy talking. She wearing this, that. They like to write all that fucking laffy taffy, eating taffy bullshit. Foul song on Fox News. Taffy. She wearing this taffy. All that fucking motherfucker left all that bullshit. Fuck it all. Motherfucker ran right back to the casino. Fuck all that. Left him right in the White House. Children, babies, every fucking thing. Went right this fucking shit. When he got there, motherfuckers right outside his building waiting for his ass. He ain't going nowhere.
Pencil chomper's really a wonderful pencil sharpener. So are all the other pencil chompers. Pencil chomper, chomp, chomp. Albert Alligator, Homer Hound Dog, and Leroy Lion pencil chomper. Each sold separate. Wherever toys are sold.
Life is a trip, dude. Life is something, boy. Life is something. Swear to God. 1 minute you up, next minute you down. Building right in the middle of building a wall, the motherfucker haul ass. Oh well. Fuck it. Fuck it. Like we live in hell. We believe, which bringing us to our topic, guys. Sadicians. Y'all don't even know what that is. And I got symbols all on my Google page. And I told you y'all going to come across that from time to time on RVT. I told you you're going to come across that. And we believe that this is hell. We just think that this is hell we live in. It's a lot of pictures depicting what hell is. What's your view of hell? What's y'all view? What's y'all view? There's a lot of people today in the world who say they've been to hell and they sleep and came back. Do y'all believe stories like that? Now, the Bible speaks of demons and stuff and shit like that here on earth. You know, that was cast out of heaven. 1/3. 1/3. One-third of angels was cast out of heaven. That's a lot. With Satan the devil himself. He's supposed to be residing here on earth. Now, while they're on earth, they scaring people, telling them they're going to go to hell. I'm not shitting. On YouTube, there's testimony after testimony after testimony of people who went to hell. It's on Christmas mode. I don't even give a fuck. Let's stay there. I don't care. I don't care. Let's stay there. I don't care. Don't care. It's testimony after testimony of people claiming they went to hell. Testimony after testimony on YouTube. And I live on a strange part of YouTube. Y'all know that. I live on a strange part of YouTube. That's where I live at. I only come over on, even on my YouTube front page, you got strange story videos. Only time it changes when I go to trendings, which I think is bullshit. Ever since I saw that 80s video. It was an 80s video, and it shouldn't have been on trenders. And the comments underneath the video even said it shouldn't have been on. And but ever since that, I don't fucking trust trenders no more. But any given rate, that's the only time I get into like pop culture shit. When I come across like trendings or there's certain videos that I look at that's pretty up to date, you know, current. That's on other than that, all my videos are the strangest videos you ever seen. That's all I watch on YouTube is those documentaries and these amateur broadcasting like I'm doing now. I listen to people's opinion about hell and so forth like that. And the Antichrist and Illuminati. I live in all that shit. I love all that shit. All of it. All of it is just beautiful shit. It's family entertainment. So, with that in mind, our belief while I watch that because I'm seeing if it corresponds with what Sadicians believe in, what my people believe in. We believe that this is hell right here. that the hellfire and brimstone is all symbolic. That's what we believe around here. It's all symbolic, and we believe that this is hell right here. And it's gonna go, and that's why people suffering the way they are right now. That's what we believe. But still, of the manner. Speaking of the manner, some people have their own perceptions of hell. They have their own like this is what hell is gonna be like, and so forth like this. Now, brimstone and iron and brimstone, or is it just charcoal or whatever? Hell is made up of all of that. The ground itself is made up of all of that. So you can't really, I don't know how this torture is going to go on. Now the Bible brings out, well, the reason why, because the human body get used to pain after a while. So it gets, the human body get used to pain. So I don't know how a person's supposed to be eternally tortured in this so-called hell that they say there's going to be upon all the wicked people on the planet Earth. The body gets immune to pain, then what's going to happen then? Or though the human body gets renewed, so it starts to feel pain all over again. So we're talking about an ongoing painful process with brimstone. Now atheists deny this. Now when I was with the Jehovah's Witness, of course, we learned that God wouldn't make a place such as that. God is a God of love. He wouldn't make a place such as that for people to get tortured in and so forth like that. But you cannot deny that there's still a lot of speculation of is this hell thing real? You know, what is the truth about hell in general? What's the truth about it? When you really think about it, what is the foundation for it in thought? Because a lot of people take it out of context and say, hey, I got a bad marriage. Hey, I'm in hell. Hey, I hate my school this year because, it's like I'm in hell. Hey, where I live at, my neighbors is like I'm driving me to hell. Go to hell. It's all these. So, what's the truth about this hell? Does it really exist in our opinion? We always come across people who speculate that they're going through hell, which is a term that's an everyday conversation and so forth like that. But what is actually going on there? What exactly are they saying? They just taking a word out of context of what it really is and saying they're going through it, but if they never been there, how could they know about it? So this hell is definitely a bad thing, the way they have it in their conversation and the way they're using it in their words and their language. So hell is obviously, they bring out a place of torture, of demons, demonic forces that's torturing you day and night. God says in the Bible, of course, that hell is Sheol, mean grave. And it clearly brings that out, but still it says the lake of fire in the book of Revelation. So people are going to stick to the notion of, is this place a real, actual place, a lake of fire? They have places on the planet Earth where it's like a vortex of like a sphere of a link between Earth and hell, and they have pictures of it. Is this man-made, or is it bullshit, or is it a natural phenomenon that just come upon the Earth? Just like you can't really scientifically go into the reason why lava or volcanoes shoot out and does it at certain times, and predicting earthquakes. The Earth just does what it does. So maybe this hell that they claim they found is just a natural occurrence that just the Earth go through like a metamorphosis from one state to the next. Who really knows? Who really knows, actually? But it still goes on. Now, when you get to the angel part, now some people say they've been in heaven. I've been to some guy's YouTube video, and he talked about something very interesting. And this is what he talked about. He talked about that how these angel statues, it has to be a catch to it. This is what he believes. I ain't gonna say his name and all, but I came across this video. It's a very, very fluent guy with his philosophies and his outlook on life in general. And he believes that these so-called angel statues are too realistic to be man-made. He says, this is what he said. He says it's gotta be a catch. It's gotta be some sort of catch why these angel statues look the way they do. In other words, he's saying he can't picture man making any angel statues the way they look. It's not in man to make anything like that because they're too heavenly. They bring out, they actually capture what an angel will go through, even a fallen angel in trouble. Like 1/3 in the Bible brings out 1/3 of the angels was cast to the planet Earth. These angels got feelings, guys. Because don't forget, when Adam was created in the book of Genesis, God said, okay, let's make man in our image. You see, so we have the emotions that God and his angels have. Even Satan the devil. You understand? So these heavenly angels, even though they're man-made, man can bring out how they truly feel about being cast out of heaven. You can see the despair in their face expressions on the statues. You can see that they're distraught from being on the planet Earth. They're upset from being on the planet Earth. These are things you can actually see. And what he's arguing is that how could human beings bring that out if they never went through it? Are they motivated by an invisible force? Now, I'm not saying he said that, but I'm adding that in. He's trying to say maybe these angels came and created these things. I'm saying if people saying they've been to hell and they sleep or whatever like that, you know, it's demon motivated. So maybe demons inspire these guys to bring out how they feel. But these things it creeps out mankind, but you can't help but wonder if is that really the case. You never see these demons on here on earth, or hitting spirits or whatever, ghosts or whatever you may call them, entities, poltergeists. We already know there's a lot of names for it. But what I'm saying is, when you look at the curse of poltergeist in a Hollywood movie, it's a curse of poltergeist. When you look at The Exorcist movie, they say when you watch it, a lot of strange things happen on the set. The Twilight Zone curse, the Little Rascal curse. What about when somebody's sculpting? Are they motivated to make these expressions the way these invisible forces really feel? Because what the guy was bringing out is, don't you think it's kind of weird that these statues can really emulate how an angel will feel being cast out of heaven? Maybe are demons responsible for art? In Hollywood, they saying yeah, because we got poltergeist, we got the Exorcist, we got the Twilight Zone curse, we got all these different curses in Hollywood, and saying how these angels or demons or whatever gave the Amityville Horror, right, baby, the Amityville Horror, all of these things. So what about sculpting? Are they gonna just ignore sculpting? So when you look at this, I don't want to freak nobody out, but when you look at stuff like this, you have to wonder, are they motivated by something invisible, just like if somebody was making a movie? You see how they feel, how they truly feel about being cast out of heaven. You see, you never really take the time to think and say, hey, I never thought about that. Then you get to the Hollywood movies when they talk about the beast and all of this. How and okay, they was motivated by you watching The Exorcist, so okay, they was motivated by something invisible, no doubt about that. But when you get the sculptors, is it the same thing? For some reason, we as people overlook how they must feel. We overlook that. We overlook it for some reason. We overlook at it. The beasts of the earth, how they just bring it out. How treacherous they are. It must come from somewhere. In Hollywood movies, it's guaranteed that's where it came from. It came from hitting these beasts. Came from hidden spirits that brought it out in Hollywood. What about these sculptures of angels? Of how sad and remorse they feel. Of trying to get, of being sad about being cast out of heaven. And some of them look vengeful. Like they trying, the one day they're going to get revenge. And some of the statues. So these artists that sculpt these, who knows, just like a Hollywood director, who knows what inspires them to look that way? You see? So you can't help but really wonder the same thing. Now, getting back to hell, you notice a man can't really bring out hell in a statue. Maybe in Hollywood movies, but it's really not. But when you look at these pictures right here, you can always see a overlaying. Or, I'm not going to say Photoshop. I ain't going to get corny and say Photoshop. But you see like, okay, we see that's not real. We just see that's not real. But still we have people here that's professing, just like they saying they seen UFOs in the sky. They're actually professing that they've been to this hell in a sleep. Who is we as normal people to say they haven't? Who is we to say, no, you haven't, you're just crazy? If they go to a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist will say, you're a nut job. When you die, they say in the scriptures that you have a place that you're either going to heaven or you're going to hell. You have a choice. The way you live out your life and the way you go about your everyday activities will determine, are you going to this heaven or hell? Do you guys believe that? Is it logical just because it's in the Bible? Is it like, how can I say this? Is it mandatory to accept everything from a book that has a reputation of being the truth, to accept what it's saying about this heaven or hell? Is it with reason to believe that if we're good, we go to this angelistic place with God and His Son and live in life? And if we do, what kind of place is it? Or are we condemned to this everlasting fire that's brought out in the book of Revelation in hell? If most mankind today really realized that there was a real hell, tomorrow it will be peace on earth. Because it's only logical to think that a normal man of mature structure, what have you, stature, will say, I'm going to do the right thing because I don't want to go to hell. They're not going to go from a couple of people saying, I've been to hell, or a couple of people say, hey, I saw UFOs in the sky. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. I'm saying 100% fact, if we knew that bad goes to hell, this will be peace on earth tomorrow. Because nobody will want to go there. But you can't help but deny and say, okay, it makes sense that these people that goes to hell are bad and deserve it because they fail to meet the criteria that the Almighty require of everybody as humans on earth, on His earth in particular. The Bible brings out that the whole world is lying in the one of the wicked one. So that's Satan, the devil, who's the God of this system of things, because the Bible brings out there a lot of God. It's a lot of gods, but there's only one true Almighty God. All the rest are fake. But the Bible calls Satan a god. It says the God of this simple system of things have blinded the minds of the unbelievers, that the illumination of the good news of the kingdom might not shine through. So the Bible calls Satan a god. You understand? So when you look at all these things, you see a kingdom forming of hell having a kingdom and all this. But for some reason, when you think of heaven, you don't see the same things that you see in hell. All you see in heaven, the pictures of heaven, is somebody seated on a throne, a lot of angels around, and they just standing there in the clouds. And on the throne is this bright light shining, illuminating from the throne itself. But in hell, for some reason, you have people with their arms up. It's different pictures that y'all looking at on the screen of all these diversities of how, and predictions of how hell is in itself. You know, different ways of torturing. But yet when you think of heaven, it's just the same picture. Did you ever wonder or ask yourself, why is that so? Why is heaven is just one picture of somebody sitting on a throne, and all these angels with wings are standing around, and all this magnification of array of peace, spirituality, love, and most important, Godship, with that's in one simple frame. But hell is a diverse, it goes on and on with all these different formentations and point of views of what this hell holds. Do you ever ask yourself, why is that? Maybe we will never know the reason why. But when you look on the planet Earth at heavenly things, that's when those angel statues come out. Now you put the angel statues alongside the picture of the glorification, you see heaven on earth in a way. After all, somebody had to create the picture of heaven. You see? You had to create it. And you didn't create it in heaven. You drew or painted that picture on the planet Earth. So we could say, okay, the pictures of heaven are scattered all around for some reason. They just scattered all around. Hell is condensed. It's like compact. Yeah, it's together in one place in one place of different avenues of torturing people, of people suffering in this everlasting lake of fire. Is different dimensions and different levels and so forth that goes on and on. But heaven is scattered. So you got the angels over here, the statues over here. Then you got the pictures of heaven over here. Someone seated on a throne. Then you got, I don't know, people smiling, looking up in the air with the arms raised up in the air. You got them way over here. And usually with them come these beautiful poetry words that say, oh, life is beautiful, whatever. You know, it's different kind of systematically put together poetry words that fits each picture depicted somebody with great appreciation for the higher rank of spiritualness, which is God the Almighty. But when you look at hell, it is really the picture speaks for itself. You don't need all of these words, beautiful words. Why is that? Do you ever ask yourself, why is this? It's a lot of questions that's here that we may never get answers for. Never. And one of those is, does hell exist? And these pictures, when you look at them, somebody had the inspiration to bring them about. What inspired them to bring it out with so much realism and creativity? Is it the same as the Twilight Zone incidents, the Twilight Zone curse, the Exorcist curse that's found in Hollywood? But for some reason, man don't put that with art. Man doesn't put that with paintings. Man doesn't put that with drawings. He only sticks to that kind of stuff with man acting out what these magazine articles said, because see, the Exorcist was a true story, as well as the Amityville Horror. So man took it, recreated. It ain't the actual story, of course. They recreated it, of course. You know, put man gonna do his thing, but still they adapted from real stories. Look at these pictures right here. Do you think they're adapted? For some reason, man dismissed the idea that these was adapted from real inspirational experiences. Does hell exist? I'm in hell because I'm at work. I'm in hell because I'm in a bad marriage. I'm in hell because my kid's driving me crazy. So many examples. There's so many philosophies of what hell is and putting them in everyday life, but they're far away from what hell is in people's eyes, in a spiritual person's eyes. So these things kind of get you wondering, you know, is there really a hell? Because even though they are branched off, I'm in hell at work or what have you, I'm in hell with a bad marriage, they're still using a term, the split thing, for the listener to know that they in deep awe, deep despair, deep pain, they deep sadness, the worst kind when you say the word hell or go to hell. It's nothing deeper than that. You might as well say be dead or whatever like that. Does it exist? Yes or no? And when you look at the picture, it's the people going through all kind of painful situations that mankind dreads. We would dread. Literally dread. How can a human heart sustain something like this? You know, if a person sees something out of shock to the point of being really, really shocked, the brain will shut down. It's just a physical element. The brain will shut down, or a person, it will go into convulsions, probably even have a heart attack. You know, it's a lot of physical attributes that can happen to you if you go through trauma of a level that's not normal for a person today. You know, it's no telling what can happen to your physical health. You know, and for a person in this hell to be in these pictures the way you're seeing, could you imagine how fast your heart will be racing, or have you and you can't fall out and faint, you can't die from shock. You can't. So you gotta wonder who will be sustaining the body. Well, they say the body will be a spirit back. You know, when you go to hell, your flesh, you will be it's like a spirit. So you won't have a heart, I guess. You won't have lungs. You won't have nerves, and it's like, well, we're gonna be ghosts? No, we're gonna be spirits in hell. But then how will we suffer then if we have emotion? Or we still gonna have emotion then? That's interesting. So what you're saying is, when we go to hell, we're not gonna have a heart, we're not gonna have lungs, we're not gonna have all of these, like a nervous system that will actually get us sweating, our heart pumping. We're not gonna have none of that. But we're gonna just be spirits, because flesh obviously can't enter hell. Or can it enter hell? See, the ways of sin is, the flesh is weak. So those who seeking a view to flesh will be corruption by the flesh. But those who sowing with the vision to the spirit will reap everlasting life to the spirit. You see. So it still brings the question of, in hell will we be flesh? After all, it is corrupt. It goes together. Spirit is everlasting life. You see, the scripture. See, it's tricky. It's tricky. God said that spirit, anybody who's viewing with views to the flesh, sowing with views to the flesh, will reap corruption by the flesh. Those that are sowing with a view to the spirit will reap everlasting life to the spirit. So spirit is linked to Godship. Spirit is not linked to hell. Flesh is. So in hell, you get the idea that we're going to be flesh. You don't get the idea we're going to be spirit. So with that in mind, we have to have a heart. I never heard of somebody with flesh without a heart, but in any given sense, can a human body sustain the things y'all looking at on the screen, being in flesh? Well, spirit flesh. So it's it's really tricky. But yet you got to ask yourself, is it a place like hell? Because people saying they've been there. The Bible don't lie, and it says it is a place called hell, or it is a lake of fire that they will be cast into and will be burning forever. Now, what's your view about this? With being associated with the witnesses, we believe that it was all symbolic. Like Jesus' image is symbolic in the scriptures. You know, his image is symbolic in the scriptures. The Bible is full of symbolism. It's every now and then, I'll say 70% of the scriptures, the Holy Scriptures, which is 66 books, is symbolic. I may stand corrected. You got first part of the Bible full of stories. The last part is Jesus' gospel. We got that. I don't know how it is for the Quran, but the Quran, I'm sure, have a place for the wicked also. But the scriptures, stories first, and then the last part is Jesus' gospel, what's going to happen to mankind. The first part of the Bible is what Lot went through, Abraham, Noah. We could go on and on, Job, Jeremiah, all the stories. The last part of the Bible is Jesus' gospel leading up to this great thing that's going to take place on a planet Earth, which is called Armageddon, and which is found in the book of Revelation. Hands down. Different speculations come into our head when it comes to this hell. Will we be put to death, or will we have a choice to either go to hell or heaven? Either way, do you realize that life is going to continue after death? Have you gave it any thought on that? Yes, indeed. In that case, there will be no death. After all, the Bible do say, and God will wipe out every tear from the eyes, and death will be no more, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor eye cry, nor pain be no more. The former things have passed away. So, life's going to go on, and people are going to be called from the dead to either keep living with God or keep living with Satan. So we do know that life is going to go on from what the scripture is saying. That means there'll be no more death whatsoever. No more death. No more. Now, this is the basic formatation of the Holy Scriptures, which is found in Christianity. People are going to be called from death, and death will be no more. They're going to live the rest of existence now, either in hell or heaven. This goes for everybody who ever lived on the planet Earth. Every single person. Everybody. From Adolf Hitler down to Abraham Lincoln. Everybody is going to be called from the dead and going to spend eternity either in heaven or hell. That's what the scripture's saying now. But then you have other verses in the Bible that second than emotion. We have other verses in the Bible that creates a doubting Thomas in all of us. There's too many to name. The dead themselves will be like caca, dung on the ground. The wicked ones themselves. There's no example of people burning in hell right there when God said that, when he announced that. The great feast of the birds of heaven. Come eat the great feast of strong men, of weak men, of fleshly. It didn't say people are going to be thrown in hell. In fact, the flesh will be eaten and these people will be destroyed. Just a little while longer and the wicked one will be no more. And you will certainly give attention to his place and he will not be. The scriptures didn't say that these wicked men will be in this place called hell. That's not what the scripture said. They just said the wicked one will be no more. They will not be. Sheol is grave. That's what Sheol means. And Jesus denounced the Pharisees, you will spend eternity in Sheol. And then he didn't say hell. So it goes back and forth of the question still remaining, what is your viewpoint on hell? Why don't you believe the scriptures? We believe around here that the Bible is mankind's direction for survival. Just like if you get like a toaster or a complicated machine, it comes with directions for your information, for you to go about and use the machine in a proper way. The Bible is that for man, you see. It's our direction on what to do to live a sound life. If we don't listen to it, then everything we go through basically is on us. See, one thing man wants is independence. He don't want to think about one day I'm going to go to hell and all of this shit. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and that's it. I'll deal with it when it happens. But still, the Bible is still there for mankind to follow for a solid life of knowing his future as well as learning about the past and finding out things that he can do now to avoid mistakes in the present. That's what the scriptures is for, basically. It's not God's fault that nobody's listening to it. It's not God's fault. So maybe these questions will never get answered. Is there a real hell or not? Maybe these questions will never ever get answered. In any given rate, we as people gotta realize that it's still here. It's still a book that talks about a place that bad people is gonna go. The bad people is gonna go. It still talks about it, guys. The mark of the wild beast. All of this is going on right now, right before our eyes. As people, intelligent individuals who came from the scriptures or know about the scriptures, do we believe such stories? There is such people called atheists who don't believe anything. Science goes against what the scriptures say and say we all evolved from a mammal, monkey, mammals, or whatever, and evolved to some mature creature, and later on we're going to evolve in some mature creature again, or what have you, and that's science itself. So everybody got their speculation about life itself, on how everything got created, where we going as people, and how to view our future spiritually if this Jesus is to come back. You see, the Roman Empire proclaimed Christians a cult at first. You got to understand, when these, I know, sweetie, I'm not doing a lot, just let me do my thing. Now, when Christians were on earth, there was no such thing as somebody being called a Christian. There's a lot of things in life that need to be brought to our attention, and mankind is taken out of context today. And that's one thing is Christianity. You keep forgetting before Christ there was no Christianity. When Christ was here, walking the earth, there was no such thing as, hey, I'm a Christian. So what did they call themselves? So the Roman authorities looked at Christians and called them a cult, a group of people. They were a cult. They were speaking about a kingdom which made them nervous because they was comfortable with the Roman Empire right at that time. So they didn't specifically like this Jesus guy talking about some other kingdom. They didn't like it. A lot of things that we learn today in religion, as far as hellfire and all of this stuff, you got to understand, wasn't here before Christ walked the earth. It wasn't here. Time always distorts. Without getting the proper education about the Holy Scriptures, we're forced to walk around in ignorance about the Holy Scriptures. See, God says it takes the Spirit, His Spirit, to help us understand it, what the Bible says. Now, as a normal person of the planet Earth, how do you view all of that I just said? How do you view it? But yet you cannot deny that it's still a book called the Bible. And that inside that book it says all man is destined to go to two places, either heaven or hell. Rather, if you believe it or not now, it's still here. A book is still here now that said the dead is going to be brought back to life and going to be judged rather than live in heaven or hell. For an average Christian that's in the truth, they believe, of course, where I came from, that all of it is nonsense. God of love cannot make a place called hell. Hell is another word for grave, and Sheol. There's different words for that. They will be dead forever. The Bible brings out over, time and again that when people die, they're just dust. When Lazarus died, Jesus brought him back to life. And what was said was, death, where is your sting? Where is your what was it Jesus that said that? It was Lazarus. Where's your sting? Where, in other words, where's this, when they was brought back to life? In other words, they was telling mankind, guys, it's nothing to be afraid of in death. If there was a hell now, or a heaven that people are going to go to, Lazarus would have came back and said, I've seen hell. I've seen heaven. In this case, he was a friend of Jesus, so I've seen heaven. He came back and said, I've seen nothing. Nothing. And that was jotted in the scriptures for us to learn that death has nothing in it. So what is this all about? Everybody's going to this hell. See, it's really complicated. But who would know? Who are we as mere humans to know the truth? Who is we as mere humans to really know the truth if we don't want to learn or know the truth? See, in order to learn, you gotta want to learn. You see, you gotta want to do it. You can learn something and still not learn something. So we learned something in school when I was in 3rd grade, but we can't remember it till we see our kids with homework. Then we say, oh, okay, I remember that. I've learned that. Well, why didn't you learn? Why you didn't remember it? So you learned it, but you didn't learn it, because if you really learned it, you will be applying it in your life from day to day. You know, learning is learning. I understand it, but there's also different levels of learning. I learned that this person is a fucking asshole, you know, but I don't know if this person is a fucking asshole, but I still learned it from, you don't care about their learning. Then 25 years later, you see that same person, oh, I don't remember that person. If the crime is very hard, you'll remember that person, oh, I learned that. It's just different kinds. Learn is just a word. It's just an experience and emotion that creates the learning word to come forth for us to say, okay, I can identify with the emotion, which is learn. Words are words, experiences are experiences. And when it comes to this hell or heaven, what's your experience? What is your opinion about it? In other words, I'm asking you. Do you believe that this really exists? What if you found out it does exist? What will you do at that point? What if you found out that your Bible or your Quran for Muslims really is the truth? What would you do today? What would you do tomorrow? The truth, just like you're listening to this. What if you found out the real deal now? Sometimes in life we don't know what we'll do if we're not put in that situation. You see, you don't know what you would do. You really don't know what you would do. But it's hard to please the Lord without faith. It's hard to please whatever you believe in without faith. It's extremely hard to do that. Faith is good, as the scripture brings out, doing things that you can't see. You see, doing things that's unseen. That's faith, having faith in something. Without faith, it's impossible, as the scriptures bring out, it's impossible to please God. And that's what something that the scriptures bring out. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. With faith, all the prophets walked, each and every one of them, setting an example for us today. It shouldn't really matter, are we going to heaven or hell? What should matter, doing God's will. You see, doing what God wants us to do, gaining his approval, and then seeing where we wind up in heaven or hell. That's the most important thing, rather than sitting back worrying, wondering, am I going to make it to the paradise earth? Am I going to make it to hell? Am I going to make it to heaven? Am I going to make it to whatever you believe in, Buddhism or whatever? Faith will get us there, you see. The scripture brings out, many are called, but few are chosen. So you got people that say, I know I'm not going to go to hell or whatever. I know I'm not going to suffer like that because, well, I'm baptized and I'm not going to. Many are called, but few are chosen. The scriptures bring out. Just because you're called, that doesn't mean you're going to be chosen. When you call, you get baptized. It clearly brings out right there that just because you're baptized or whatever, that doesn't mean you're going to enter the pearly gates, honey. That's what the scriptures bring out. Many are called, but few are chosen. You see. And for this reason, a lot of people on the planet Earth will choose science over the Holy Scriptures. I don't know if it's put up against whoever believes in spirituality, and on this side, you have people that believe in atheism and don't believe in God at all. Which crowd rules the world the most? In my opinion, meaning, yes, sweetheart. In other words, this is what I'm saying. How many people on earth is it more of? Atheists or people that believe in some form of higher authority in spirituality? No matter what religion it is, no matter what it is. And you got the people that says, I don't believe in none of that crap. Who rules the world? How many people do you think has more on this planet? Is it more of the atheists or is it more of religious people? I don't think something like that has never been documented, but that's a good question. Here's my thought about that. I think, in my opinion, that there's more atheists on the planet Earth. In fact, I could count on my hand how many Christians, true Christians, it is on this planet Earth. That's in my opinion. Because if you really believed in what the Spirit says, if you really believed in what the Quran said, if you really believe in what your faith said, or the person looking at a Bible from a distance, if you really believed it, this will be a peaceful place tonight. Because nobody wants to wind up in this so-called hell division. So what we have here, like God said, He's going to separate sheep from the goats, in the last days. We have a lot of people that's professing to be Christians, Muslims, or whatever, but guess what? They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're goats. Jesus said, look out for these ones to come to you like a sheep dressed in wolf, with like a wolf dressed in sheep clothing. So they're all over the place, guys. They profess to be Christians, but proving false to His power, which was found in one of Jesus' prophecies. There'll be many professing. What will be the sign of your presence, O Lord? There will be a lot of Christians professing to be Christians, but proving false to its power of Christianity. So, with these things in mind, you could just add that in with the dilemma and confusion about this hell that people hear from day to day. You see, in my opinion, it's more atheists on earth than it is what spiritual people. Because these spiritual people that mount up in the thousands of millions, do they really believe? Or are they just going through the motions of, okay, I got to do this because I'm a Christian or Muslim or whatever, or what have you? You see, going through the motion and serving are two different things now. So when you look at that, you can't help but wonder, wow, do I trust my natural intuition when it comes to spirituality, when I view what the Bible or Quran has to say to me, or whatever you believe in? What does it have to say to me? Do I really trust it now? But when you look at these pictures, this is what the Bible says, that this hellfire, where Satan going to be at, it's going to be waiting for people who deliberately disobey the Holy Scriptures. That's what it says. What is your thoughts about it? Do you still believe it? Do you still go on and just believe it? If you knew now, if you knew 100%, what would you do? See, it's easy to sit back and say, okay, I don't believe, or I do believe, or what have you. But the question is still there. Do you believe or not? The Bible is still there. What does the Bible say for mankind? That what's going to happen to mankind? It's still there. No matter if you believe or not. You can't turn your back from it. People believe that this hell is going to be burning of everlasting fire. And this everlasting fire is going to be very treacherous, and you're going to burn on and on and on and on and on. Atheists saying it's a big bunch of bullshit. People that don't believe in the scriptures saying it's a big bunch of bullshit. But you can't deny that it's still there. You can't run away from it. You can't. I guess we only could just wait and see. I just wanted to bring this to RVT because I felt as though it's a good topic. Because we never get the chance to really talk about this hellfire thing that they say we're all going to, who disobeys the Creator, of punishment. A place of punishment. We this going on all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week, screaming and hollering, reaching up, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Do you believe such a thing or not? And I guess let the reader use discernment, like the scriptures say. Say it once, say it again. Let the reader use discernment. So I thought I'd bring it to RVT so we could talk about it, you know. I just found it interesting. An interesting topic to discuss. We believe, as Sadducees, we believe that this is hell right here. That's just what we believe. I don't necessarily believe in the hellfire itself. I believe that's all symbolic. And we believe this is hell everybody living in right here. It wasn't. It just transformed to that. During the Clinton administration, in other words, it wasn't hell. I was a cab driver. But we believe that this is hell now. I don't know how long it's going to go on, but that's why everybody's suffering. That's why everybody in the world is suffering right now, because Sadducees believe this is hell right now we're going through. That's just enough. That's enough. I wrote a Bible. I wrote a scrolls for us to follow, and that's the main thing about scrolls, that we're in hell. We gotta understand all the suffering around us is because these people are in hell. That's just what we believe. But that's another story. But I always give y'all a taste of what Sadducees believe at the end of discussions like this, just to throw on some water for you guys to cool down a fire and curiosity of what Rashid believes. I just believe this is hell right here. And that's why everybody is suffering at an apex so high, more than ever before in life. Everybody got the same problems now, and yada, yada, yada. It never happened before. Never in human history. This is the first time in history that everybody has the same problems. We, around here, Rashid's cult, believe that this is hell. It's over. There's nobody with two different problems anymore, unless somebody got a medical problem, somebody got a family problem, stuff like that. I'm not talking about. I'm saying in general. In general. Everybody has the same problem. We're wondering what the hell is going on here. You know? And that's why we believe that this is hell. But that's another story. I just want to bring that to the table, because I know a lot of people wondering about what I believe. And I don't believe in the hellfire and everything, because we just believe this is how we're burning in, or they're burning in. We believe we're on a promised land. That's what we believe in. But that's another story. That's a long story. I'm not going to get in, go into detail about that too much. But I just wanted to come on the air and let's have a discussion about something. That's just interesting. That it's just interesting. I think we got through a lot of what you call them, mind teasers that we go through from day to day but we just take advantage of. And one of those things is spirituality. Like the thing that I think about, that I think I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person. But right next door to that. Right next door to me thinking I'm a good person or a hell of a guy, is that the fact that God makes his sun rise upon the wicked and the righteous. Now top that. That's a beautiful saying right there. Would you do the same thing? Would you make your sun rise for the wicked and the righteous? That's pretty heavy stuff right there. I don't know why that tantalized me. It just does when I think about it deeply. If you had the power, would you make your sun rise for the wicked and righteous? It's just, it really, I don't know if I want to gnaw on my teeth or praise the Almighty. It's a very, for me, it's a twisted, it's a very, it's mind blowing. It's just mind blowing for Rashid. It is. So anyway, I'm not going to waste too much time. I just came on here to discuss this with y'all. I hope y'all have fun. I hope y'all, well, not fun, but I hope this enlighten you on, guys, there is another side of life than the suffering you're going through now. When you come around here, you see Rashid's world. I will not suffer on this planet Earth. I will not. Me and my people refuse to suffer on this planet Earth. You can live life any way you want. No one can put fear into you. Nobody. You're not bound to live the way you're living. Because even if you are, you have your own intelligence in your head that you control. Nobody else can control it. So you have to think and remember these things. And there is Another part of life that you can go live and be a part of is say, okay, now I'm balanced now. Now I'm not all the way into this world right here. Now I found something that I found a raft that will help me out while I am in this world right here and make things much better. A man is nothing without spirituality. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. I might be up tomorrow. Have some fun stuff this weekend. And you guys take care of yourself, alright? See ya. This has been an RVT Rashid's Video Tube social media television production. Can somebody give these girls some socks? Good girl. This program was brought to you by Rashid's Cyber Rock Films in conjunction with YouTube and Google Plus and social media plug out. It's all about change, real change. Peace. Up next on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, it's the Rashid and Jan Show. Following that, it's the Rashid and Annette Show / Rashid's CyberTube. Beautiful weather is here, and as our shicing season rolls in, let Rashid roll out exquisite entertainment here on RVT, where it's Rashid all the time. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT.
RVT want to wish you a very happy shysting season. Hello, and this is Father Rashid. And knowing that this is the season for nothing but pure love and giving, I want to wish you a very happy shysting.
Oh, what a marvelous world it is today. You're watching Rashid's World on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube. You sure are, folks!
It's Liquidations Blowout at Factory Free! Authentic Finishes Incorporated. Custom Screen Printing Special. Come in and get comfortable. And take advantage of warehouse sales 80% off on some dealers. So come in. They're waiting to help and greet you. Come where you can say you can take advantage of everything. Gift ideas, shoe ideas, and much, much more. All at the Factory Free. Check the warehouse sale for up to 70% off. That's right, 70% off! That's with the food coupons where you can save that the kids will love. That's the Premium Retail Group Mega Warehouse Sale, 60 to 90% off. More offers, 30, 20, 50, 40% off. Save, save, save! That's customary items or closeout. It's worth the wait. All firearms Friday and Sunday coat and rimming, you can't go wrong. 30% off, 20% off, and $25 for cosmetics. In some dealers, commercial moving and offers relocation may apply. Brought to you by RVT, so take advantage and save. Plush toys for the toddlers. Buy one, get one free for $1. That's buy one, get one free for $1. Hey, that picture looks familiar there. No offense, boss, but we had to show up. Honey, could you come in for a second? Going. Check www.svn-bid2win.com. That's www.svn-bid2win.com. Check out the Capital Options Warehouse Sale also. Hi, this is Rashid, President and CEO of RVT. Come in and save. Check for warehouse prices for great savings. You'll be glad you did. That's right! And with warehouse storage, you can't go wrong. So come in and save at Factory Warehouse Sales that Rashid approves at Factory Free!
Why is delicious hot oatmeal so good for so many families? Oatmeal is rich in protein. A breakfast with delicious oatmeal with milk and sugar for a family of 4 provides as much total protein as 6 average eggs, as much total protein as 18 pieces of toast, and almost as total protein as 18 strips of bacon. That's why your family get that wonderful stick to the ribs feeling with hot oatmeal, that wonderful feeling of well-being, with only 1 minute of actual cooking time. So be sure your family get the protein they need with the delicious hot breakfast of hot oatmeal. Just go over to www.oatmeal.org. That's www.oatmeal.org. This is a Rashid's Universe advert. Fox, I stay on the internet too much. You do. That's true. That's true, you do. Christ! Rashid. Of all the things in the world to do, of all the trips to take, you do stay on the internet, the computer, too much. And don't pop that I'm a social media celebrity crap. You do. You do. What trips are you talking about? What trips are you talking about anyway? What trips? Trips? Vacations? Like where, Fox? Don't know. What the hell you mean you don't know? What trips? Well, for your information you need money, and that's something I don't have. No excuse. I'm not on the internet now. No, but you will be. You're speaking futuristically. Stick to currency, okay? Give me credit. Okay, fine. Rashid, I'll give you credit. You're not on the internet now, and that deserves credit. That's what's wrong with people. No one can issue credit when credit is due. Right. A vacation. Don't be so stupid. On your RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, serving nations worldwide. Just a reminder that Rashid's RVT and Rashid's Universe is now affiliated with Walmart. Always the best price. Be sure and stop in for your everyday and social media needs. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. Well, not cider, but just hot chocolate. Deep, rich hot chocolate. Either plain or with marshmallows. An internet's best friend. And with 3 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein, why wouldn't you go for it? All year round is groovy. You said it, Culper. The marshmallows melt to a thick motherly malt as it oozes down your throat. You probably wouldn't stand for just 1 cup. And your imagination, just might get the best of you, if you know what I mean. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashid's chocolate cider. So let your imagination run wild all year round. Available at your nearest grocers or go online. So you're sitting around bored with nothing to do. Nothing's going on and nothing's happening. Getting a little sweet tooth, I see. You're thinking about all the delicious candies you can eat. All sorts of candy. Candy bars to soft drinks. Anything just to satisfy your sweet tooth.
Did you know you could just get a box of sugar, just a teaspoon, put it in your hand, and up, you're enjoying a no-fat treat. Sugar has absolutely no fat whatsoever. Doesn't mean you can indulge in it, but it's good to just taste on your tongue from time to time. So before you go out and get that candy bar or soft drink, just get a little sugar, put it in the palm of your hand, and remember, a spoonful of sugar may help the medicine go down after all. Sugar, it's a natural snack. Put it on this, spread it on that. A little on this and a whole lot of that. Everything's better with butter. Whip it on this, a little on that. Smear it on this and square it on that. Everything's better with butter. Now you can square it up with butter or margarine. Electrify your taste buds with the rich and satisfying taste of butter. Whip it on this, graze it on that. Square it on rice, now that's where is that? Everything's better with butter. Now get to the grocers and square it up. Also in spread style to go easy on bread. Welcome everybody to south of the border. Yup, south of the border. All where tortillas and burritos is waiting for you. And where, Rashid? South of the border, where it's typical Mexican food. Typical. Look at the Mexican pizza as tacos do the cha-cha. Oh, this way, Rashid. I see. Hey, look at the pepper. Very inspiring. I love the burrito. So satisfying. A hunger quencher. And don't forget about the tacos, Rashid. You bet. A short gift to everyone. Hey, just check out the expressions when they find out what's for dinner. Indeed, Rashid. And the tacos do the cha-cha while they make a food drama. Simply delicious. Not that expensive and very easy to prepare. Very easy. Look, Rashid. A fight is breaking out. Probably who has the best flavor. Which in my opinion, they all do. And you have your choices of mild, hot, or fiery. See. And she is gorgeous. Dance away, Chi-Chi. You too, Pepper. Just look at those tortillas. Boy, all this is a Rashid's family favorite. We're simply addicted. Tacos! A taco deluxe dinner. All you can eat. So I think we said it all. So check it out at your nearest grocers or go online at www.eatmexican.com. That's www.eatmexican.com. The benefits of spray paint is miraculous. You never know what you can muster up if you try. And talk about the perfect outdoor hobby. The chair is spray painted. The chair. So whether indoor or outdoor, paint away. Just don't forget about the spray kind.
Quick, guys, run for the hills! Ah! Everybody run! Everybody run! Ah! Look out! RVT.
You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station.
You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide.
Pork this, pork that, pork this, pork that, pork, 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 pork. Yeah. Top the meat. I'm okay. It's just when I think about how much I love and want chocolate. Oh! Just a reminder, there's always time for chocolate.
Up next on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube, it's the Rashid and Jan Show. Following that, it's the Rashid and Annette Show / Rashid's CyberTube. Beautiful weather is here, and as our shicing season rolls in, let Rashid roll out exquisite entertainment here on RVT. Where's Rashid all the time?